Let's start the story by showing a desert. Many people came here illegally to catch some new spiders. These desert spiders are not found everywhere. It was illegal to catch or raise them, and they were going to get a lot of money for selling them illegally. For a long time, these people roamed around in the desert. Finally, a man from this group saw the home of these spiders under a stone. He called out to his friends to see the spiders. Everyone came running excitedly. In this sinkhole, these people spray a special spray inside the hole. After a while, those black spiders come out of their hole. One of these spiders attacked a friend of the group. As soon as the spider bit him, he began to tremble badly. The group members kept collecting spiders instead of saving their friend. After that, they killed their desperate friend and left the place. In the next scene, we see a boy named Caleb in France. Caleb is in thief market at this time, where people used to sell their stolen goods. We can guess that he is also a thief. Here, instead of selling his stolen goods, he asked the dealer to buy some expensive jewelry. After buying the jewelry, Caleb saw that spider in the shop. In the last scene, those men caught him with a net. Caleb, who was very interested in finding insects, as soon as he saw this spider, understood that it was definitely very new. That's why he bought this spider too. After buying all this, Caleb went to his building. His flat was in a very bad condition, which his sister was repairing. We learned that Caleb's mom died some time ago. After that, he and his sister lived here alone. Caleb went down to the store after putting his stuff in his room, where he had kept a lot of shoes. He was checking the shoes there. In the meantime, his friend stole a bicycle. Caleb himself was also a thief, but he was very angry at his friend's theft because he had decided that he would not do anything wrong from now on. He would leave all the thefts and start his own business to earn money honestly. He still had a lot of shoes in his order. He was collecting his order when he saw that a customer's shoebox was broken. He couldn't give the order in a broken shoebox, so he went to get a new shoebox from home. As soon as he got home, he saw that the electricity in his room was off. Seeing this, he went crazy. Turning off the lights in the room was a big mistake because there were a lot of insects there. They die at a low temperature without light. Caleb tells his sister, "Why did you do all this? What was the need to turn off the lights in my room?" She replies, "Do you know how high the electricity bills are? All the lights are on in your room. Look at the bills. Where will the money come from? Have you thought about it? Anyway, these insects are not going to give us anything." Caleb responds, "I have thought about it. I have started my shoe business. Money will come from there, and we will manage everything." But his sister did not trust his words. Caleb then turns on the lights in his room and checks all his insects. He also tries to adjust his new spider here, but there was no special place for it. That's why Caleb had kept the spider in the broken shoebox in his hand. After doing all this, he goes to his mom's friend's party. After his mom's death, he considered her his mom. This lady also loved Caleb a lot, and the earrings that Caleb bought today were for her. She says to Caleb, "You are getting better. It's a good thing. If your mom was alive today, she would be very happy." They have fun, dance, and at night, Caleb comes home. Now, as soon as he opens the shoebox to see the spider, he finds that the spider is not in it. He thought that the spider must have run away, and this made him sad because he had bought the spider with a lot of money. The bigger issue was that it was very new and very rare. Anyway, he picks up the shoes kept in this box, packs them in a new box, and goes down to the building to deliver the order to his customer. This order was given to him by a man living in his building. When Caleb delivers these shoes, he sees the owner of the building. The owner always doubted Caleb and suspected he was doing something illegal, so he spent most of his time keeping an eye on him. Caleb comes home with his shoes, and as soon as he tries them on, he finds something strange in them. There was a very big spider inside. Thankfully, the spider didn't bite him. Actually, Caleb had put the spider in the shoebox, but the spider was in these shoes. He had put the shoes in another box and given them to the customer. When this man takes off his shoes, a lot of spiders come out of them. These new spiders had laid their eggs inside the shoes. All these spiders bite the man. The man, who suddenly becomes weak, couldn't do anything to save himself. In a short while, he dies. Caleb was still very upset at home. Caleb's sister and his friends, who were setting up his house, ask him about his problems. Caleb tells them clearly that he had brought a poisonous spider here, which has disappeared by mistake, and if that spider bites anyone, they could die. While they were talking, they noticed that the man to whom Caleb had sent those shoes, his dog was barking loudly outside his apartment. To check, they went to his house and knocked on the door. But even after knocking repeatedly, the man was not responding. The people around gathered, but the man still didn't open the door. They called the police. As soon as the police opened the door and went inside, they found the man's dead body. Seeing this, everyone was scared. The owner of the building, who had seen Caleb giving shoes to this man, tells the police in anger that Caleb must have given him drugs, causing him to die of an overdose. But that was not the case. The police say that his death was caused by the bite of a poisonous spider. Within 5 to 10 minutes, a curfew is imposed, and the police seal the entire building. Now, no one has the right to enter or leave this building. Knowing this, everyone was angry because many people didn't even live here. Scared, we see a cleaning lady. When she was cleaning the toilet, she suddenly sees a lot of spiders and spider webs. She takes out the spray from her cart and starts killing all the spiders. But suddenly, a very large spider attacks her face. After the attack, what happened to the woman is not shown. When Caleb's sister was in the washroom, a lot of spiders came out of the ventilation. Seeing these spiders, she gets so scared that she screams loudly. Her friends come to help her and take her out of the washroom. Caleb wanted to catch this big spider first, but when he didn't succeed, he kills the spider. Caleb opens the ventilation pipe and sees a lot of spiders there. He tries to contain them before they could spread all over the apartment by sealing the washroom. Caleb was surprised and tells them that these are city spiders. In low temperatures, it is difficult for them to give birth, but somehow they manage to. Now they all decide that if they stay here, they will die, and they need to get out of the building. But Caleb was not ready to leave. He says that this is a very big danger, and they should stay and warn the people about it so they can save their lives. However, the others don't listen to Caleb. More than half of the people try to get out of the building despite the curfew. Caleb and his friend decide to stay. They visit the entire building and find out that the spiders had spread all over and killed a lot of people. Scared, they return to their apartment. Here, they see that their group has also returned because they couldn't find a way to get out of the building. They were in the apartment when the owner of the building comes in, believing Caleb was behind everything. When they open the door, the man attacks Caleb and his friend with an iron rod, wanting to prove to the police that Caleb was responsible. He was going to search Caleb's house when he opens the washroom, releasing a lot of spiders. Seeing the spiders coming out, they saved their lives by locking the apartment door because it was no longer safe. The man in the apartment was killed by the spiders. Seeing his face, they were all very scared. Caleb remembers that there is a way to get out of the building through the parking lot. But when they go to the parking lot, there are also very big spiders which killed them. If they wanted to get out of this place, they had to keep the lights on. But there were sensors in the parking lot, so the light would only stay on for a minute. By turning on the light, they try to move forward quickly. However, Caleb's sister is left behind. Before the spiders could bite her, she successfully used a lighter to keep them at bay and moved forward. When they reach the door of the building, they find out that it is also sealed. They scream for help, but the police do not open the door for them. After a while, the police release a toxic gas to kill all living things in the building, whether human or spider. Seeing this, Caleb and his two companions hide in a room, as their fourth companion had already been killed. They spend a lot of time in hiding, and eventually the door is opened by the police. The police, assuming that no living thing is left, are surprised to find Caleb and his companions. They quickly arrest them. The police also capture another man from the building who is also infected. Caleb starts fighting the police, arguing that instead of saving them, the police are trying to kill them. He questions the justice in this. The police explain that the spiders are very poisonous and have infected the bitten people. If the infection spreads outside, the whole country will be in danger, and they cannot let that happen. Soon, Caleb's sister and his friend are also killed. However, the injured man tells everyone that many spiders are still alive in his last room. He tells Caleb and the others that they are not infected and can save their lives and ensure the safety of the world. The man, knowing he is going to die, decides to help them by deceiving the police. He opens the door to the room with many spiders, whose size is as large as a dog's. As soon as the spiders come out, the police and soldiers start shooting and spraying poison on them. While the police are busy dealing with the spiders, Caleb, his sister, and his friend manage to escape. However, the government starts destroying the building where Caleb spent his childhood. In the end, we see that Caleb still has a spider which he had secretly kept with him. He had hidden it very carefully. The story ends here.